I'm VJ Hamilton and welcome to the Autoimmune Reset, the place for you to learn how to thrive with autoimmune disease and feel empowered to take steps to transform your health to feel better than ever. You can start making changes today to improve your health. So with every episode, my mission is to share with you simple ways to up-level your diet and lifestyle with key learnings from my own journey reversing autoimmune disease and inspirational stories from those who have reset their autoimmune symptoms and are now thriving in life. I suffered from autoimmune disease for over 25 years and now I live symptom-free, and I wish the same for you as well. So thank you for being here and sharing this time with me. Now let's get started. Hello and welcome to this Friday 5 episode of the Autoimmune Reset podcast. I'm your host VJ Hamilton. I'm a nutritionist, scientist and expert in autoimmune disease, and every Friday I bring you 5 practical research-backed tips you can use right away to support your health. And this week we're diving into one of the most overlooked systems in autoimmune health, and that's your lymphatic system. If you've ever felt puffy, sluggish, or like things are just, stagnant, that's one for you. And today I'm going to be sharing 5 powerful and really simple ways to support your lymphatic flow, why it matters in autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis or psoriasis, and how to get your body's drainage system moving again. So let's get straight into it. But first, I want to chat to you about why is lymph flow so important in autoimmune disease, because your lymphatic system is like your body's internal cleanup crew. It drains toxins, waste, inflammatory proteins, and even immune cells that need to be recycled or cleared out. Think of it as the body's detox highway. But unlike your heart, the lymph system doesn't have a pump. It relies on movement, and this is absolutely key. Your muscles, breathing, and gravity in order for it to flow. And here's where it gets relevant to autoimmune disease. Poor lymphatic flow can actually worsen inflammation. If lymph gets congested, those cytokines, which are the immune messengers, and immune complexes can hang around for too long, and that can fire up more symptoms and keep you in that chronic flare state. In Frontiers of Immunology showed how impaired lymphatic drainage contributes to ongoing inflammation in diseases like lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. And if you're like many of my clients who struggle with puffiness, brain fog or histamine issues, this is often part of the picture. And one of the symptoms that I will see is that my clients will have puffiness, they'll have swellings around their ankles. It's something that I had as well. You might have fullness in your ears, and that can be a sign of congested lymphatics as well. You might have sinus issues. So there's lots of symptoms which you wouldn't realize are linked to a stagnant lymphatic system. So what can you actually do about it? Well, here are my 5 favorite ways to support lymphatic flow. Ones I use personally, and I use these with my clients as well. The first is rebounding, and this is one of my favorites because it's so fun and so effective. When we went into lockdown, I bought a rebounder and I used it religiously, and I still use it today. It's so easy. You can keep it in a cupboard and just get it out when you need to use it. And rebounding is basically gentle bouncing on a mini trampoline, and it's brilliant for lymphatic flow because it uses gravitational pull to move fluid through your vessels. Just a few minutes a day, that can kickstart movement, especially if you've been sitting at a desk or feeling inflamed. And if you are working from home, it's good to have that out, and you can just use it through the daytime just for short bursts. And I will say they're incredibly effective, so don't just go and use it for 20 minutes because that might just be too much for your system at this moment in time. It's also shown to support immune regulation, and a small clinical study which was published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that a mini trampoline exercise improves circulation and lymphatic return even more efficiently than jogging. And honestly, I love it. I just put the music on, I will go on my rebounder, and it's something that I love to do. If I could do it more often, I really would do. And if I'm feeling like I am achy after doing certain types of exercise, like strength training, I will go on the rebounder, and it really helps to just get things flowing. So if you don't have a rebounder, you can even just bounce on your toes or do light squats, because that can help as well. Next is dry brushing, and dry brushing is one of the easiest ways to stimulate your lymph. If you don't have a copy of the Autoimmunity Recovery Plan, which is my free guide, it's a really great way to get started on making changes for your health. You can download that, and I'll put the link to that in the show notes, but it gives you some guidance around dry brushing, because if you dry brush, especially in the morning, it's a really simple technique. It has natural bristles which you just gently sweep across your skin in upward strokes and always towards your heart, and it helps to support your lymphatic flow because your superficial lymph vessels sit just under your skin. So brushing can help manually guide lymph fluid along its path, supporting drainage through your nodes. Studies have shown that gentle skin stimulation may improve microcirculation and reduce tissue fluid retention, which can be so helpful if you're struggling with swelling or skin flare-ups. So at your feet and brush upwards. I like to do it before my shower for about 2 to 3 minutes, and it's just another way to be caring for our body, and I think it's just a good sign of having that 2 to 3 minutes of calm, and you can just do your dry brushing. It makes your skin feel amazing as well, so give that a try. Next is hydration. We talk a lot about drinking water, but if you're not getting minerals alongside, you might not be helping your lymph much. Lymph is fluid based and it needs electrolytes to flow effectively, and it's one of the recommendations I will commonly give to my clients. Especially potassium, magnesium and sodium are so vital, and this is particularly important if you are doing saunas or fasting, or you're living with POTS or adrenal issues, because you need more minerals when you have those types of conditions, or when you're doing a lot of cleansing and sweating out certain minerals that you would do with saunas, and even doing intense exercise as well. I often suggest adding a pinch of mineral salt, like Himalayan pink salt or Celtic salt. You can also use electrolytes. I really like the natural electrolytes that come in liquid form. I will put the link to the one that I love by Body Bio in the show notes, and it's especially good to use that in the morning. And if you're someone with a history of oxalate buildup, you might have had oxalic acid in a urine test, you have joint pain, or you have low blood pressure, then this can be an absolute game changer. There's a 2016 study in Nutrients that shows how even mild dehydration can slow lymph flow and impair immune function, so don't underestimate this one. Then we have breathwork and gentle movement breaks, because your lymph doesn't have a pump. It's going to be reliant on you breathing and your diaphragm. So deep belly breathing is like a natural massage in your thoracic duct, and that is the main drainage channel in your body. I often recommend box breathing. You just inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4 and hold for 4. And even if you just do 1 to 2 minutes of that throughout your day, maybe 5 times in your day, that is going to have a huge impact on your body and stop things stagnating. You can combine that with short movement breaks, maybe go on your rebounder even. You can do walking, stretching, shaking or bouncing, and you'll get your lymph moving beautifully throughout the day. This is especially key if you're stuck at your desk or in bed with fatigue. I tell my clients motion is the lymph's best friend. So even if you feel very tired or you're not able to do much, focus on movement, and that can even be stretching or walking up and down the stairs or a gentle walk outside. Whatever you are able to do at this point in time, it is absolutely key for the lymph. And lastly, we have castor oil packs, and this one isn't for everyone, and I'll be honest, the research behind castor oil packs is fairly limited, but I've included it because clinically I've seen them help clients who feel stuck, particularly with sluggish digestion, puffiness, hormonal congestion and skin flare-ups. And it's really simple. A bit of organic castor oil on a cloth placed over the liver or abdomen, and with some warmth. So if you just put it on a warm towel, you leave it there for 30 to 45 minutes. Some clients will actually sleep in them. That can be helpful. It's a low effort, low cost, and a lot of clients find it grounding, especially in the evening or during the luteal phase of their menstrual cycle, when everything can just feel that little bit heavier. One client that I had who had autoimmune thyroiditis and constipation started using them a couple of times a week, and she noticed less bloating, her constipation improved, and that's another thing that it can really help with. And she just described that she felt less internal tension. So certainly give that a try if that is something that you think might be beneficial for you. It's not magic, but if you're someone who leans towards stagnation, whether that's lymph, bowel issues or mood, it might be a supportive addition. Just don't expect instant results from it. It's more about creating space for your body to do what it does naturally in any case. So here's a quick recap before we wrap up. There is rebounding that can help with lymphatic drainage. You have dry brushing, which you can use before your shower. Make sure you're brushing towards your heart. There are those minerals that you can add to your water that can help with hydration. There's the breathing and movement breaks that can add little shifts to your lymphatics and make sure they don't become stagnant. And then there's the castor oil packs, which is an old tool that I have seen make a big difference. So remember, your lymph system is foundational to autoimmune recovery. If it's not moving, then your body can't detox efficiently. Your immune system gets stuck in overdrive, and those inflammatory molecules just keep recirculating. So supporting lymph flow doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be consistent. Let me know which one you're going to try this week. You can head over to my Instagram account at the Autoimmunity Nutritionist, or tag me in your rebounding or brushing routine, because I would love to see that. You can also tag the podcast at the Autoimmune Reset on Instagram. And if you found this helpful, share it with somebody who needs to hear it, because supporting the lymph, as I said, can make a huge difference, especially if you have autoimmunity, and it's so often overlooked, and it's the foundation. And if these systems aren't working efficiently, it's just going to have such a knock-on effect to other areas of the body. So thanks for listening today. I'll see you next week for another Friday 5. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Thank you very much for joining me today on the Autoimmune Reset. I really hope you enjoyed the discussion, and be sure to subscribe to the podcast so that you never miss an episode. And if you liked it, I would hugely appreciate a review on iTunes, as it helps me understand what you like about the podcast and to help share the information with more people. I'm excited to speak to you next time, and remember, you have the power to take the reins on your health. So keep the faith and celebrate the small wins. Until next time.